Hi! Welcome back to my channel. It is Friday, and here is your weekly update on Miss Keegan. Now, this week we're going to talk about shedding, because my little baby just went through it. And I actually learned something about them that I thought I'd share with other people that probably might not know. It's common knowledge that lizards shed, but they don't explain how, why, or how often, all that good stuff. So I'm going to tell you. Number 1, signs of shedding. Now, the signs of shedding can be different in different lizards, but it's pretty common that their color will dull, and they will start scratching at things, like rubbing their face up against stuff. They will also, be really dry. They'll seem kind of like almost dehydrated, but they're not. Now, when they're in this stage, it's best to give them a nice soak every day or every other day, depending on the lizard. But for bearded dragons, it's best to do every day when they are shedding, so you can help them shed, and it's just less irritating for them. Plus, you'll have a happier bearded dragon, because they do get very grumpy. Now, sign 2 is they won't eat as often. They'll still eat, but some actually will stop eating altogether. Now, don't be alarmed if they're showing the signs of dull color and scratching up against stuff, and they're still active. I don't think it's anything to worry about. But if they're very lethargic and they stop eating for a few days, you might want to get them checked by a vet, because it might not be shedding. It could be something totally different. Just if you know your dragon and you know your lizard, you will know if they're sick, even if you've only had them for a very short period of time. Trust me, I've actually went through it. Now 2, they will shed in increments. I'm almost positive I used that word right. Yeah. They actually shed their bodies at different times. It's really weird. Keegan will shed her feet first, and then it'll seem like she's done. Her color will be bright. She'll be eating again, running around, not so moody. Then she'll shed her tail. Okay. Okay, cool, you're not done shedding. Alright, this must be it. Wrong. Then she shedded her torso. And boy, was she cranky for that one. She would not let me hold her. She would not let me touch her. She had a black beard, and she was like, get away. And last but not least, she finally shed her head. And this took about a month's time. Like, literally, she'd shed, and then a week later, she'd shed a different body part. A week later, she'd shed another body part. It's weird. I was always under the impression that they did a one body shed. And I guess that some bearded dragons actually do. And some lizards are more likely to shed fully than others. But that's more of a snake thing. And even snakes, which I've owned a ball python before, I've never been able to get them to shed in one piece, like, ever. And it's probably because they're in captivity. Because, as you know, a lot of snakes outside will shed in one piece. But being in captivity is totally different than being in the wild. So things are going to be a little different. Now, fact number 3 is they can actually shed for other reasons than growing. Growing, of course, is the most common, but they can actually shed due to damage done to their scales, such as if your crickets had bitten them, or any other bug that you feed them that can bite. If they bite and take like a good little chunk of scales out, they can actually shed because of that. And I thought that was pretty cool. Now, shedding, like I said, is different for every reptile. The basics are about the same, but I'm sure it's just different for every reptile in themselves. Every personality, every way they shed, the way they're taken care of. Now, if you have a hard shed, as I stated before, the best thing to do is to bathe them. It will soften their skin, and when the skin dries out again, it'll just make it easier to get off. Now, a big no-no is to don't ever peel the skin off. Trust me, I know it is super tempting, because I'm one of those people who, if somebody's sunburnt, I'm sitting there peeling their back. And I want to so bad when she has it, but I know I can't. And it sucks. It sucks so bad because I want to so bad. Oh, there she goes. There's cats around. I don't think you should do that. Now, what else? Shedding is, of course, very common. And it's more common in lizards who are smaller and younger, such as Keegan, who's still growing. But once they hit full grown, they will still shed, especially if they're gaining weight, but they won't shed as often. I'm not sure how often they tend to shed when they're older, because I do not have an older beardy and I've never experienced it. But from what other people say, they shed 1 to 2 times, let's go 2 to 3 times a year. So yeah, bearded dragons tend to get very cranky when they're shedding. Keegan here wouldn't let me hold her at all. She was just like not having it. She had a total freak out. But every beardy's different, but I'm almost positive that your beardy's gonna be cranky. Isn't that right, Miss Keegan? Isn't that right? And I'm so glad that she's finally getting bigger. As I stated in one of my other videos, metabolic bone disease, which I will link somewhere up here if I ever figure out how. She's not going to ever be full grown, because by 6 months, she should be halfway to her full size. And yeah, she's not. Whew. Excuse me. Boy, I'm sorry. Lazy day today. But yeah, she won't ever be full grown, which sucks. But she's my baby and I love her. I don't care what size she is. Even if she stays this small forever, I'm still gonna take her outside and I'm gonna take her everywhere I go. So that should be it for this video. I know it's pretty short, but hey. So as I said, do not peel. Give baths every day or every other day. Let them soak for like 10-15 minutes or longer if they want to. Don't stress them out. Don't try to handle them if they don't want to be. Just kind of leave them alone and they will shed pretty quick. Especially if they can tell that you want them. Don't be alarmed if they stop eating or slow down on their eating. They will return to normal when they are done shedding. My baby just ate like 30 bugs last night, and the day before that when she was shedding, she ate like 3. So it's a pretty dramatic difference, but it's normal, so don't stress too much. So that'll be all, and yeah, I'm gonna take you to get you closer. And from my family to yours, my Scaly baby family, we love you, and we hope that you have an awesome day, awesome week. And I will have a video up of Tobias. Let's see. I said Wednesday. So every Wednesday, Tobias will have his own videos. And yeah. So have an awesome week, and we love you. And if you have any questions, like, subscribe, comment. I also have a Facebook if you want to go there. I post there a lot. So feel free. Alright, love you guys. Bye.